What's up, guys? In this episode, I run the Synergy Syn 1 through the Power Stage 200. Stay tuned. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Louie Torres, and yes, one of the biggest kind of popular questions that people have been asking is to run the Synergy Syn 1 with, whichever module I choose, out of a solid state power amp. So I am actually using my Power Stage, my Seymour Duncan Power Stage 200 solid state. And here's the one thing, and for the most part, we've all used solid state amps and we've used tube amps. So the only difference that I can really tell in using the Power Stage 200 is it's a little punchier than tubes, which is real interesting because I feel like I have more tube power amps than anything else. And my only solid state are two. I have a Marshall 8008 along with this Power Stage 200. So the convenient one is this guy. So if you have a 170, the main difference between the 200 and the 170 is the fact that this one has a presence knob, which I actually have at 0, so it just doesn't matter. So again, guitar into Synergy, Syn 1, which has the Bogner Uberschall. That's going into the Seymour Duncan Power Stage 200, and that's running out to my Mesa 412, which has Celestion V30s. I will be using my 1991 ESP M2 Custom. This one has the Nazgul in the bridge. It's one of those pickups that, everyone can kind of grab, and is fairly popular. So I figured it made sense just to use that. So I actually have if you have a Power Stage 170, 200, or what's the other one called? The 600. I literally have the mid at noon. It's basically off, right? Because that's where noon is with this guy. So you can either lower it from noon, which is at 0, so you can be on the negative side, or the plus side. With the treble, I'm at 1 o'clock. Mid is at 1 o'clock. Noon. And bass is also at 1 o'clock. Presence is at noon. So mid and presence are both at 0. And using the same settings that I used the other day with the Bogner Uberschall, which is the pre-EQ up top, and bass at, what is that bass? It is bass at 3 o'clock, mid at 11, treble at 4 o'clock, and gain at noon. So this way you guys get to hear what it sounds like, and hopefully you guys will like it. It's actually kind of comparable, but again, I can't stress that it's just a little punchier. The gain stage is a little tighter, is what it sounds like. So let's have a listen. All right, so there you guys have it. Let me turn this guy off. So, you know, it's one of those things where if you like solid state, right, and I definitely am more of a tube amp guy. Some guys are huge into the Randall solid states, which I have a couple of, and they are amazing. They're punchy. There's a reason why Dimebag Darrell lived and loved the Randall solid state amps, and it was mainly because he kind of just didn't really like the sound that tube amps were creating, especially when he's doing his dive bombs, you know. So I feel like with the solid state Seymour Duncan Power Stage 200, which to me is kind of like an it's not a low end power amp at all. It's definitely in the middle to upper middle kind of class. So with this one, you can actually run out to front of house because it has an XLR in the back, along with being able to run out to two cabinets instead of just one like the original 170 could. So, but a great option. You know, they're usually about $500, give or take a bit. And again, like I said, if you want, keep in mind that the synergies all include the actual enclosure itself has one tube and each module has two. So if you're looking for something that's a little punchier, definitely understand that you can run it through any solid state and it'll sound like an absolute beast. A punchier beast, or just run it through any tube amp that you may, or tube amp that you have through the effects loop, or if you have a standalone power amp. So guys, thank you so much for watching and for all the suggestions. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. I don't know what my next one. Oh, you know what came in? The Voodoo Lab pedal board, but I still need the other thing. What's it called? The GCX. So I can program it MIDI, and I still don't even know what the heck any of that means, but I'm going to have to reach out to my boy Mike Stackers, because he has two of them, and he's like, dude, they're the best things on the planet. So, you know, I'm going to reach out to him and literally go to his house and figure all that out. So, guys, thank you again for watching. You guys are the best. And as usual, thank you so much, and have a Merry Christmas, and I will talk to you soon.